Greetings, I'm Rob Chapman. Let's talk about how to become endorsed and have a career as a guitar player in 2024. Before we start, in case you're wondering why I'm qualified to make this video, I've been a professional musician for 25 years and I own Chapman Guitars, which is a guitar company based in England. I've been working with various brands for about 15 years to carve a career in music. Please grab a pen and paper. Take notes. I want to take you through the whole process. We're going to try and get this done within 10 minutes if possible, but I want you to come along with me. So the first thing you need to do is write down your expectations financially. So how much you need to earn, whether that be 500 euros a month just extra to bolster your income, or whether it's 5 grand a month because you need loads to pay for your kids, your mortgage, your food bill, that kind of thing. Write it down and let's set your financial expectations right at the beginning. There are multiple ways of making an income from the music industry. Despite the fact that it is a very small industry, you can spread the risk by making money, small amounts, from lots of different areas. Let me list some of those areas for you right now. Teaching one-to-one, physically, over the internet and clinics. Playing gigs with originals and corporate events, weddings, bar mitzvahs, that kind of thing. Pit work, session work. Making content for social media sites that use AdSense or pay you an advertising revenue like YouTube. Affiliate links with big online dealers like Sweetwater, Thomann, Andertons. Long-term contracted retainers with brands that want to work with you. Individual demonstrations and inserts into your content. All the way through to music sales, streaming revenue, and launching your own brand and creating your own product. So that really is just a few of the areas that you can make money from. There are lots of others that I haven't discussed because I want to keep this video as short as possible, but I would recommend making some money from as many of these areas as possible to spread the risk over a larger area so that if one of them dies, doesn't follow through, the contract ends or whatever, you still have a bunch of other areas feeding you income. Now that I've talked about the different places that can make you money, let's swing back to endorsement and talk about how to become endorsed and what you need to become an endorsed artist. To really effectively understand this, it would be useful for you to put yourself in the shoes of a brand that's considering endorsing you. It's a two-way relationship. The brand will promote, very occasionally pay and work with you, but you need to reciprocate. You need to be promoting and working with the brand. It is a two-way relationship. Before you approach any brand for endorsement, it's a good idea to actually be using product from the brand. Otherwise, it kind of comes off a little bit like, I just want a free thing, which of course, we all want a free thing, but if you actually are using their product, they are way more likely to want to engage with you already. When you contact the brand, try and keep the email short and to the point. Start with, hi, love the product, already use it. Here's a link to me using the product. That's a strong start. And then you want to come on to, on a monthly basis, I reach this many people. Because the brand wants to understand why they should invest in you. For example, if they were to give you a guitar, then to them, probably the cost is $500-600 and they need to reclaim that expense or they're a bad business. So you need to be worth to them $500-600 over the year if they're giving you a product. Make sure your message is fairly short, keep it concise. Don't waffle on about things that you want to do or will do, only facts. So the number of people that you reach, anything you've got booked in, for example, touring, clinics, that kind of thing, other brands that you currently work with, that's a really good one. And then lastly, tell the brand what it is that you want to do with them. So for example, I would like to just represent you online, or I would like to do some demonstrations for you, or I want to take your guitars down to the beach and film a music video. Anything. Just give them an idea of what's in your head. Set some expectations. I think it's important to have a sense of realism. There are a finite number of brands. There are lots and lots of musicians, and they're all kind of looking for status, recognition, and money. I'm here to tell you that most of those come from within. But it's important to understand that you are in competition with other musicians. If you want to stand out amongst the sea of other players, you might want to consider your visual signature, the way you present yourself online, your brand, because you are a brand. You might want to consider the consistency of your uploads. Do you make a video once a month and then maybe once a 2 month and then once a day? Or are you making videos on a regular, recognizable pattern? In 2024, I would highly recommend that you are using some kind of AI tool to help you as a co-conspirator to have a conversation where you say, these are my skills, this is my brand, these are the people that I reach, give me an action plan for brands, companies that I should be contacting, and give me a format for the way that I would contact them. Use AI and tools like that to help you spitball, blue sky concept, come up with ideas and a plan that is measurable. That's the most important part of this. Everything that you are doing should be a series of measurable steps with an outcome that you've chosen. So your expectation is this, and you are here, and you are saying, well, if I want to get a Fender, maybe I'll start with this small startup string brand who won't mind that I only have 2,500 followers because they've only got 1,000 followers. And then it's a pick deal because they're a little bit bigger, but I've already got a string brand. And then maybe I'm going to do some touring. And at that point, I think since the trajectory, the growth of my following is like this, I'll be big enough to get a pedal deal with this company, and then I'm on the radar for this kind of movement. You see, it's a gradual change throughout the scope of your plan. You're not going to go, I'm here, Fender, you know? Once you have a deal with any brand, these are things I would recommend you don't do. Don't wait a couple of months and then sell the product. Don't do that. Don't have the product for a few months and not do anything with the product. And lastly, don't get product from a brand and then get product from another brand and use that instead. That's not a good idea either. It's a really small industry. Everybody talks to everyone else. They're all interconnected. It's very kind of family like that, especially at some of the trade shows where you're literally next door to competitors, although I don't really see them as competitors. I will randomly chat with Ola from Solar or from, Filippo from Paoletti or all these different brands. And we talk about artists. We talk about different people, what they're doing. Are they popping? Are they growing? Are they doing things that aren't necessarily a good idea? So always try and work within the community respectfully and honestly. So with a focus on the social media sites that will pay you money and not a focus on the sites that are just fun to use and will drain your time, I would have a dedicated upload schedule that is at least one piece of content per week as a minimum. If you really want to do this, that's what my recommendation is. I'm doing 3 a week. I'm not saying that's sustainable or a good idea for everybody. But with a piece of content a week, you can have 4 different pieces of content a month. Maybe a vlog, just about you as a person. People like to know who you are. Something that's tuition based, maybe a playthrough, and maybe a product demonstration. If you're doing a product demo once a month, well, now you've got 12 reasons to contact 12 different brands and say, hey, do you want to be Mr. June? I've got a deal for you for $250. Send me a pedal, I'll make a video, and then I'll send the pedal back to you. As much as possible, liberate yourself and empower yourself by learning everything that you can to do with your job. So you really want to know how to edit video, shoot video, record audio, edit audio, all these jobs. You can do it. Online nowadays on YouTube, you will find free tutorials on everything that you need. But as much as possible, try not to pay other people for a job that you can do yourself. Lastly, you probably don't need a manager until you cannot manage anymore. Like you are out of time, you are literally booked solid, then you need a manager. But what you probably do need is, if you're in America, a lawyer, and you probably also need a PR agent to help give you ideas, to push the things that you do. You need an outside force to look in and say, oh, that's cool. Have you thought about this? I can't sing the praises enough of solid, dependable, regular incomes like affiliate links or teaching. These things, they sit there and they trickle into you all the time. And nowadays, teaching can take so many different kinds of forms. It doesn't need to be a person comes to your room and you sit in front of them and play. And it doesn't have to be Zoom. You could record tutorials in advance and sell them via a storefront. How can I sum this up? The music and the art that you create is the marketing tool that will help you to monetize the other things that you are selling. I have a band, I've had many, and the music helped me to launch a guitar company. The music helped me to get endorsement deals. The music helped to push me as a presenter. The product is me. The brand is me. The music is the marketing and the advertising of the product I am selling. Anyway, hope that helps. Good luck with your journey. If you have any more questions, slam them in that comment section below. Do me a favor, subscribe, because most of you are not subscribed. Hammer the bell, smash the like fist, and do all the right things to appease AI. Take it easy. Chappers out.